MRAI as well, MRAI did bounce off the bottom part of $3.50, so I'll be looking for price to hold this $4.50 in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Well, this is your boy Francis. Welcome to the Trading Success Show. If this is your first time, you're welcome. And without further ado, I just want to say this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell any stock or equity in whatsoever, but we want to talk about stocks today, and these are going to be the watch list for the coming week. Okay, so it's going to be our low price, low float stocks in this coming week. Bear in mind that in this market, for say on this Friday expiration and close, we had a pullback in the market, and the stocks that really pulled back were huge. So many stocks pulled back, and the ones making new highs are over 29 stocks, okay, plus or minus 29 stocks making new highs, right? Now I'm gonna lay out some few stocks that I'll be watching, and all these are momentum given names. Some of them are down right now, and some of them I'm expecting a reaction in the coming a week or two. But one thing you have to understand is, don't feel that you are missing out on any given trade. That is one thing. So don't feel you're missing out, and the market will be there no matter what. So if you miss any given trade, any stock movement, that stock will come back. But if you are open to shorting a stock, wait for an opportunity to short the stock from that particular top to the downside, because the laws of gravity will also exist in most of this stock, being the low float or low price stock. So you're not, if you are not in the move, or perhaps let's say if you are in the move when the stock keep going up, don't hesitate to take profit as the stock keep moving higher, because gravity will always play a major part in any given stock. So just remember that, okay? And one more thing, if I cannot post all the chart, all the stock, analyze them here on this channel, don't forget to go on my Twitter or on my stock tweet to review those charts that I will post up as well. Okay, so now we have a beautiful IWM right here. Okay, IWM, now we are in the oversold area, which is the 31.74%, right? And volume came in at 64.4 million traded on Friday. So right now we have this 3-bar play, this 3-bar candle. I'm expecting 220 at some point, right? And that would be the 3-bar play push, but we didn't. We rejected that and back to support. So 213, 214, this area will act as a support for me so that we can reclaim this trend. But overall, I just want to say we are really, in terms of RSIs, really sold off on IWM. I'll be expecting a bounce in the coming days to come. So keep an eye on the low float, low price stocks in the coming week. So first stock is gonna be Cpix. Cpix did make a move this past week, right? And we really did bounce off this 225 level. That's why I keep saying BB play. What I mean by BB play, I mean bottom bounce play. Okay, so that is what I, every time I say BB play, I mean bottom bounce play. So I'm expecting the stock to bounce off the bottom level in no given time. So Cpix did a fantastic job by bouncing right off back to this 375 area, reclaim it, and then start bouncing back off. So right now 550 is going to act as a resistance for now, with support around the $4. ITRM, this one right here, Ethereum, right now this level 43 cents is going to act as our support if the reverse split don't come on time. HCTI as well, right now we are bouncing off this support zone. 225 right now was the close, so I was looking for $2.40 break and we should push. PULM as well, I'm looking for bottom bounce play if they don't reverse split, but for now I'm expecting a bounce off this zone. OXBR as well, right now we are in this resistance zone. I'll be looking for price to push through as we await volume, right? So look for volume 66, 67 on the RSI at this moment. MRAI as well, MRAI did bounce off the bottom part of $3.50, so I'll be looking for price to hold this $4.50 in continuation, so keep an eye on that name. WEI as well, right now the stock is really looking good to continue to bounce. We break this 87 cents, I think we should be able to push to $1 easily on the name. JOAN as well, we bounce right off bottom bounce play into resistance. Resistance is going to be $10. If we can hold this area, I think we'll be able to push into $11, but I'll be expecting some form of rejection around that spot. JUPW as well, look for a bottom bounce play off this double bottom, okay? LMA as well, I will be looking for price to bounce off this area with overhead resistance around the 200 moving average, but for now price has pulled back to retest this trend. Okay, this is the trend right here. Every time we get there we reject, right? But right now we push through and price is pulling back to retest that trend, so keep an eye on LMFA. Now AUVI, volume did come in last week, so I'll be looking for consolidation around this area for the 550 visit, so keep an eye on that name as well. Grill, this is a muscle maker right now. $1 is acting as a support, that's your support. OLB as well, right now support is $4, so I will expect that level to hold. DARE as well, right now we're looking for 180, $1.80 to break. If we can break $1.80, I think we'll continue to push back into making a double top on DARE, guys. ISPC as well, right now support is going to be $12. $12 is going to act as a support with resistance around the $17-18 spot. Keep an eye on this if we continue in the coming week as IWM continue to bounce. Or IOBT, this is a biotech stock, so keep an eye on the $10 to hold as a support, but I'm looking for price to revisit the $14 in the coming day. AESE as well, we're bouncing right off this zone. Okay, we made a double bottom bounce, so I'll be looking for $2 to act as a resistance. KERN, look for a bottom bounce play on this name in anticipation of the 270 visit on that name as well. So EZFL, this one right now we broke support and I'll be expecting a reclaim. If not, we'll pull back to $2 on that. OCUP as well, look for a bottom bounce play, 3 candle play right here, so I'll be looking for price to revisit the $4 in the coming days on that name. PETV as well, I'll be looking for $4.25 break. That is the level I'm expecting momentum to come in. PMCB as well, we have our triple bottom right now. I'll be looking for price to bounce off this area in the coming days. I think we've really sold off in the long run, so that's 1 2 3 4, about 4 months, so keep an eye on that, right? So SOPA as well, SOPA right now we're pulling lower and lower and lower on the name. 650 will come in handy as a support. GROM as well, GROM, we are oversold, and last time we got to this level we bounced right off right around here. Now we have this inverse head and shoulder, which is a bullish pattern. I'll be expecting a movement around that spot as well on the name. TIVC, I'll be looking for continuation on this name, so keep an eye on that stock, guys. BJDX as well. I'll be looking for bottom bounce play up this 225 area, so keep an eye on that as well. Craig as well, CREG. I'll be looking for double bottom bounce play on this name. I'm looking for another form of push, just like we've been doing, so I'll be looking for that around this area in the coming days. BCLI as well, we're pulling back to retest the breakout spot, bounce off the breakout spot, close 333. I'll be looking for price to revisit the 200 moving average, which is $3.51. TOMZ as well, we bounced right off, we broke out of this level. My expectation is for price to pull back to retest this level or find a support around 150, but keep an eye on that stock, guys. CODX as well, we pull all the way back down. Every time we pop, we fail, so right now I'll be looking for 825 as a support in the coming days as well. PLIN, right now we have this flag overbought, so look for price continuation or pull back into 180 on that name as well. PALT, right now we are in the demand zone, which is where the buyers will step in, $3, so keep an eye on that $3 spot. EVK as well, right now we broke down of this support only to reclaim the 250 254 area, so keep an eye for continuation. GOVX as well, we are in the support zone right now, so 375 holds. I think we'll continue pushing towards $4 in the coming days. AQST as well, we're pulling back to retest our breakout zone, which is a core fundamental technical looking pattern, so pulling back to that 475, bounce off 475. I think this area will act as a support in the coming days, guys. ASRT as well, we're looking for a breakout to the upside or to the downside with support around 125 and resistance around 175. The risk reward is right in the upside, so keep an eye on that. AHT as well, I'll be looking for bounce back up to the $12 zone. $10 is going to act as a resistance for now, guys. DATS as well, this is that chart, so right now we're back to making a double bottom. Pricing was around $4, so I'll be looking for a bounce off this $3.25 zone. We are over sold right now, 24%, so keep an eye on it in the coming days as well. AHI, I like this one. We really bounce off the $3.20 area, $3 spot, so I think price will tend to hold this $4.50 area, so keep an eye on that. CYN as well, we are oversold, so I'll be looking for a bounce off this 525 area, $5 as a form of support, so keep an eye on it. If we can bounce into $6, that would be fantastic. CEI as well, this one is the one to keep an eye on. 200 is acting as a support right now. I'm expecting this to really hold that area, guys. This is an expectation, it's not a recommendation. Right now we are failing this support 240 support zone. Keep an eye on this one in the coming days. If we can reclaim that area, if we can reclaim, I think we'll be able to bounce off into $3, but these are more like a long-term kind of play as IWM continue to reverse in the oversold. This is an oversold stock, AEHL. This one is really a drastic sell-off, over a point in the making, so from 270 down to 168 right now. I'll be looking for some form of a consolidation or a bounce back up as the market begin to phase in the a good level. DPW Bitcoin is also pushing lower, so I'll be expecting this to really sell off to 125, but we've got a deep buyers which came in spending 678k worth of buy, so keep an eye on that name. CFVI as well, will really extended and then pull all the way lower and only to find support and close 1190. But for now, keep an eye on this to bounce up and try to double top this area. We are really extended on CFVI. If you missed the move, I think you'll be looking for the short side on CFVI back to 1225 or even 1250. So keep an eye on that name, guys. Bioc as well, we're really holding this level, which is a very fantastic thing of this double bottom bounce. So look for price to really hold this area for 450 or $5 visits. Neuro as well, NURO, look for a support around this 200 moving average. I'm expecting that area to really hold. I talked about STRR as well, so $2 is going to act as a support, and we anticipate that $3 visit. AGRI as well, support is right around this area. We got this inverse head and shoulder pattern look, so I'll be expecting price to bounce off this $1.96 area, which is relatively $2. If we can bounce off this area, I think 250 will come in easily in the coming days. So keep an eye on this in the coming days. I think we should have momentum in the name. And let's talk about this AHT as well. AHT really failed that level, which is another spot to keep an eye on. $12, $10, like I said, will act as a form of resistance. So keep an eye on this. River split has been done, and I'm expecting some form of BB play on this name. Well, with that being said, guys, these are the stocks, and the remaining one I'm going to post them up on Twitter and on stock tweet. So keep an eye on the remaining ones like CYAD, LGVN, DWAC, DWAC as well. So keep an eye on all these names. I will talk about all these stocks in the coming hours on my stock tweet and on Twitter. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for listening. If this is your first time, you're welcome. Share this video with your friends, and let's make the 10 days. Let's make that money.